So here we are at Rouse today, and we're fitting the upgraded performance calipers and the performance discs, and also some fast road pads to make Rusty essentially brake better. Let's get into it. So here she is. She's a beaut, isn't she? So it looks like Rusty is a two-man job today because we've got Rob and Mike at the wheels. We've managed to get the white aero discs off. Obviously, we're going to be taking off the front discs, the calipers. Let's go around to the guys and see how they're getting on. Ooh, look, there's the spacer. So Rob, what are we doing? What's the process?
We are going to clamp off the brake line so we don't lose loads of brake fluid. Make it easier to bleed it back up again afterwards.
Nice.
Then we'll undo the brake line. That one there.
Yep.
And then we've got this bolt here, and then one at the top there.
Yep.
Undo those and the caliper will come off.
Nice and easy.
Nice and easy. And then we'll take these lovely spacers off.
Lovely.
And then because Tim hasn't got the bolt in there, we'll pull the brake disc off afterwards.
Yep. Yeah, because obviously they would be there if the spacer weren't there, because I took it off already.
So then we'll put the new discs on, put the spacer back on, torque these up properly. Put the new calipers on, torque the bolts up, put your brake line back on, and then bleed it all up.
Winner, nice one. As you can see, there's been plenty of insect murder since the Ingenext Boost 50, and soon there's going to be a video coming just showing the drifting mode and the rear-wheel drive mode, because yeah, there's quite a lot of information I'd like to share with people on that. What are you doing to my brake nipple there, Rob?
Bodging it.
Bodging it? No, don't say that.
Trying to get the stupid washer off.
Okay. So what are we doing here, Rob?
We're just getting rid of the old sealing washers. We always replace these on the. This is a banjo bolt, so this bolts into the caliper, and then you have a washer that side. So it goes through there, washer there, and then a washer there, and then it bolts into the caliper. And these stop the brake fluid from leaking out. If you use the old ones, chances are they'll just leak again.
Right. Okay. You had me at banjo bolt. That's fine. So how much brake pad have we got left there?
That's not bad.
I don't think these pads have ever been replaced, and the car's done 104,000 miles. They could probably do another 100,000 based on that. What do you reckon? Half worn?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. You don't have to agree with me, Mike. It's fine. I mean, the disc. What do you reckon of wear of the disc?
The disc is hardly worn. The back's a little bit worse than the front. There's a bit of a groove in the back, but yeah.
Not bad for 100,000 miles, really.
Hey.
You put it back on so I can record that, please, mate.
Do you want a hammer? Make it more exciting.
No hammers.
Sledgehammer.
Bolts are off, and we've just taken the spacer off, and one mistake that I'd made is I didn't grease them. Rob, what's the best grease to use on the spacers?
Just a bit of copper grease.
There we go. I thought you were going to take the whole thing with it. Ooh, rusty by name, rusty by nature. So is that detrimental? Is that something that needs replacing, guys? Or
No, but we will clean all this off, because if you don't clean all this off and we put the new discs on it, when we do everything up, you'll get a wheel wobble.
a wheel wobble?
Yeah.
Easy for you to say. Nice and shiny. You have to change the name. Wow. That is a noticeable difference, isn't it? I mean, I don't think it's quite as noticeable on camera, but in person, it's like, yeah, massively different. I think the width is not...
Slightly more gap in the middle.
Rob seems to think he can get away with doing stuff on the car without me being able to record it. There we go. Lubed up.
Yeah, that way around?
Yeah, that way around's really good.
He is definitely in training.
It's great, yeah?
Yeah,
No,
perfect.
anything like that?
I actually genuinely thought he was being serious for a second then.
Right. Instant issue.
The heat shield, dust shield.
The dust shield on the back isn't big enough for your discs.
Yeah, that's going to be something that I'm going to have to think about sorting. Bearing in mind, once it's all connected, if we do want to change, we'd have to take the bearing out as well. But let's see if we can get the calipers and discs on under the wheels and get everything sorted. It's quite a tight fit under the 18s. You know, this is what we're doing, Chargeheads. We're breaking new ground.
Just cleaning the inside of the disc.
You're making it shiny for me, aren't you?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Stop sticking on there. There we go. And then these have got a chamfer on them.
Oh, yeah, no.
So, because they go in like that, and then that helps locate them.
What was the torque on that?
We're doing 110 newton meters.
Can you not tell from your fingers?
With the
Finger torque. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, you have to ask the missus about that.
Is finger torque the same as like the body dyno?
The body. I've never even heard of the body dyno. What's the body dyno, Mike?
So to modify your car, how fast it feels when you're in the seat.
Ah.
I know.
Yes, I get it now. So how brown the seats are will determine the torque and brake horsepower. And this is why the seats on the electric TVR are already brown. So the dust shield has been removed. I'm going to keep that just in case we need it and do a bit more digging to find out if there is an upgrade that people do. Or perhaps we need to make one.
Lovely.
Size difference. That one's obviously cast, and that one is it. Yeah, they are different. You can tell because you see that section there is very different to that. Are they different in weight at all? Just feel similar.
Similar, yeah, negligible.
But like you said, the red one just does look better made, doesn't it? Ah, and it has the magic B word on it. Brembo. These are also stamped Brembo too. I wonder if these calipers are an upgrade for anyone. Whack it in the comments if you know. Rob and Mike, can you tell us what's going on here? So obviously we need to put the pistons back to fit the pads in, is that correct?
Yeah.
So is there any particular knack with these newer upgraded calipers?
Well, as Mike just demonstrated,
By
when they're not actually
putting
connected,
brake fluid all over the...
yeah, when they're not connected to the brake line, they do just push in. But
Right.
sometimes, when they are connected to the brake line, you press one side in, the other side will pop out.
Right.
So you do have to be careful.
Okay, spot on. Oh look, made in Mexico. That's mostly where this will be driving.
Is this the right caliper? Right side? You'd expect,
No.
you'd expect the writing to go the other way, wouldn't you?
Yeah, so the key thing is the bleed nipples need to be at the top.
Yeah.
There we go. Another tip there. Personally, I would have thought that it doesn't really matter. So, you know, that's why I'm not doing it. And that's why RHEL is doing it, because they know what they're doing. And let's hear a bit from Ralph, a bit more about that.
At RHL, we've been developing modified vehicles for decades. We've been working with electric vehicles since '93, would you believe? We can help with suspension, brakes, tuning, aerodynamic aids, all those sort of things. So if there's anything you want to know about modifying your EV, come to us, we'll help you. We'll give you guidance, we'll talk you through the whole process. Learn from people who've been doing this a long time.
You want pads in?
No, we put the pads in afterwards.
And why would you want to put the pads in afterwards, Rob?
It doesn't really matter which way around we do it, it's just that he was already there with the caliper.
Fair enough. So, top bolt there.
Before you do that up,
Looks like I've been in a field. Test fit. Look at that. There's a full self-driving wheel just there.
I think you might get away with it.
We're not just getting away with it. We already measured with what those really tiny little gauges, feeler gauges. Yeah. Sounds all right. It's like Cinderella, isn't it? The glass slipper. So just as a reminder, please like and subscribe for the channel. Just so you know, the channel's got loads of modified EVs, EV conversions, and there's also a lot of infrastructure videos that I'm going to start doing. The debate about electric and hydrogen. So if you've not seen it, not come up in the feed, check it out. So what's your opinion on these pads? How do you tell? Do you lick them or?
I mean, they look very shiny.
They are shiny, aren't they?
They've got little gold bits in them, so they must be good.
Is that how you tell whether it's a good compound?
Yeah.
Is that the pad collector or something? What's it called?
It's the anti-rattle clip.
The anti-rattle clip.
So yeah, that just pings out of there. Then we go undo them bolts.
Right.
Then we can slide the pads on and then ping this back in.
So what are those bolts actually doing?
So they... See there's two holes in there?
Yep.
So as you put them...
So they don't fall out.
Yeah, so they slide on them two bolts basically.
Yeah.
Backwards and forwards.
That's not a design I've seen before. Not that I've seen that many calipers. Is that...
It's weird for the Brembos because Brembos normally have a pin that goes across.
Yeah.
And then you put this in afterwards.
Key thing not to forget is the copper grease. If you've been watching a lot of my videos, and I can't remember which one it was, but you'll notice that I located a hole in the rear under tray, and I did some research and I couldn't actually find any upgraded metal ones that were recommended. So I think I need to go and speak to someone like EV Breakers in Ireland, because used part, you know, I'm sure they've got plenty over there. So Rob's going in there with this special brake cleaner. We've got the calipers on, the pads are in, it's all bolted up, top and bottom. Do we need to torque the bolts at all on the caliper?
Yeah, we'll talk those.
We'll torque those, okay. And we've got the spacer back on, discs on there. The brake shield has been taken off because it wouldn't fit with the disc. So what's next? Brake fluid, right?
We'll do the other side, huh?
Winner, I can go toilet. What needs to happen now is the brake fluid, top it back up, because obviously we need to make sure that there's enough in there, and getting the dot 4 in there. This plastic cover's come off. That's where the brake fluid reservoir is. Unfortunately, the easy way is not going to happen because we can't get the shibbolina. Pressure bleeder to fit. So we're going the old school way. Isn't that right, Rob?
We are, yes. We have a lovely bottle of questionable liquid.
That is a bit questionable. What brand have we gone for there? Is that Pepsi?
That's the lovely Pepsi.
Pepsi, sponsored not by them.
No. And this bit of pipe goes in there.
Yeah, pipe on the nipple, old school way. There we go.
And lovely assistant Michael is going to get in the car and press the pedal down. Alright, press pedal down, mate.
Yeah, all the way down.
And back up.
Yeah.
Back down. Okay, back up.
Yeah.
Back down.
Yeah.
I think we still got an inch.
It's all done in terms of the brake bleed, so we're going to put the wheels back on now. All sorted, just put the plastic panel back on, wheels, and then we'll take it for a test drive. We're talking them up to 110 Newton meters, and we'll get the white aero discs to cover those dirty alloys. But look at that. That looks the nuts. Right, going to take it for a test drive now, see how we get on. So just taking it for initial drive, and as I was using the brake, and I didn't go heavy too early, just want to bed them in slowly first, I could straight away feel the size and the grip. It was just it gave me a lot more confidence. But yeah, straight away, even without pushing the brakes a lot more, I could tell that the brakes were a lot better. And I warmed them up a few times, and yeah, then I started to brake a bit more heavily, and considerably better. So that'll give me a lot more confidence when in Mexico, which is fantastic. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.